San Diego Mayor Bob Filner has responded to a recall notice. The 300-word statement makes no mention of the sexual harassment claims made against him or of other controversies, such as his recent trip to Paris and a developer's $100,000 payment, allegedly in return for some city property. Filner writes, now is not the time to go backwards, back to the time when middle-class jobs and neighborhood infrastructure were sacrificed to downtown special interests. He mentions his accomplishments in office, and he says, as your mayor, I'm committed to moving San Diego forward. It's a line his chief of staff repeated at a Lions Club event today. KPBS Metro reporter Sandia Dirks was there. Sandia, what did Lee Burdick have to say?
She admitted that these are turbulent times in the city, but she talked about the mayor's vision for San Diego, focusing on policy over scandal. She says the mayor believes in strong neighborhoods, in strong environmental initiatives, and she says he is still trying to get a binational San Diego-Tijuana Olympics off the ground.
Did she talk by any chance about the sexual allegations at all?
Sort of. She touched on issues related to it. She says it was her who had the locks changed at the mayor's office while he was gone. She didn't want to make room for allegations of evidence tampering, so while the mayor is gone, his office remains shut. Burdick also asserted it was her working with the mayor who established the policy that no women can be alone with him. She says the city attorney was also working on a similar policy, but she insists it was the mayor and herself who came up with it.
I understand that she wasn't taking questions from the press, but she did do a question and answer session with the audience. Were there any questions that you thought were telling?
Well, you know, the audience seemed to be asking questions from both sides. One man asked if all these allegations is a witch hunt. Burdick said no. She said they are serious allegations that deserve full inquiry. But she says due process will bring justice. On the other side, an audience member said, you know, look, a good vision is one thing, but it needs a strong, capable leader to implement it. And he asked in the wake of all this controversy if that's even possible for Filner. Burdick told him that the mayor can still function as a strong leader, but maybe not in such a strong-armed way. She says he just can't yell at city council anymore. The take-home message, the mayor seems to be staying to fight, and he is hoping talking about policy can take the place of the swirling scandals of the past month.
KPBS Metro reporter Sandia Dirks. Thanks, Sandia. Now, as we mentioned, the mayor's recall response mentions things that he's gotten done since taking office back in December. It does not mention the many controversies and downtown disputes. KPBS reporter John Rossman has this look back.
I think we mark a new day for the beginning of our city. After nearly a decade of crises and cutbacks, we finally have a chance to look ahead, begin planning for a brighter future.
Former Congressman Bob Filner became San Diego's first Democratic mayor in nearly 30 years. In his first month, he ordered the city to stop referring medical marijuana code violation cases to the city attorney for prosecution. As a result, some marijuana dispensaries stayed open despite orders to shut down.
The city attorney is our attorney, so we can direct him on things. If the city council and the mayor agree that he should not be using this zoning stuff, you know, to persecute people, then we can say that to him, and he can't do it.
Filner also publicly feuded with City Council President Todd Gloria and City Attorney Jan Goldsmith. One argument centered on a hotel fee negotiation between the city and officials of the Tourism Marketing District. The 3-month debate crisscrossed city meetings and court hearings.
Right now, they are not living up to the agreement. They have not given the 5%. They say they're not intending to do it. They said you're going to get the leftovers. I want that money because it's so important to our community to give the money off the top. And when they do that, the agreement says they'll get the rest of their money.
He made Plaza de Panama in Balboa Park more pedestrian-friendly by ripping out 60 parking spots, and through an emergency finding, hired a firm to battle the stench of bird poop long plaguing La Jolla.
And when I became mayor, they said it would take about 2 years to get the permits to deal with this. And I said, well, that's not acceptable.
One of his ongoing initiatives was strengthening San Diego's relationship with its southern neighbor. He opened an office in Tijuana and made national news with a proposal to co-host a cross-border Summer Olympics. May marked a significant month for the mayor. He negotiated new leases for city offices downtown, saving the city $15.8 million. He also brokered a 5-year agreement with the city employees that was estimated to save the city $25 million alone in its first year. John Rossman, KPBS News.